Hello everyone, my breath is minty fresh and this is East 1 and 2. Anyway, I decide to save up my golds and get myself the middle shield because I'm not entirely confident of my ability to, get through this. The first thing we get with the treasure box key is the armor ring, which is another big help because it cuts any damage in half. The thing about the various rings is that they do not work on any of the bosses. This is not Wanderers from East. With all of that settled, let's do some delving into the rest of the shrine. We already rescued Fina, which is one of the two big things we need to do down here. And the other thing we need to do is find one of the lost books of East. And to do that, we need this. The Mask of Eyes is an item that allows us to see hidden passages and make them available to us to walk through. However, it also makes living creatures like people and monsters invisible to us. The necklace, that's just an item we can sell to Pim for money. So we've taken everything we can from the first floor, which means we get to fight stronger monsters. Tougher monsters. Monsters that can make me load from a previous save file if I'm not careful. I don't normally buy the middle shield when I play through East 1 and 2, either of these versions. But I didn't want to die in an embarrassing way, at least not in an embarrassing way to random enemies. Those kinds of deaths are reserved for bosses and bosses only. There is another item I want to pick up down here. The thing is, in this version of the game, there's a ton of this floor that you don't actually need to explore. And in East 1 and 2 Complete, they made you explore more of this floor of the shrine by putting the treasure box key down here instead of in Fina's hands. Okay, disaster averted. And just making very quickly sure that I didn't miss anything important. That way becomes the path to the treasure box key in East 1 and 2 Complete. Now we are in the bottom floor of the shrine, which has the rest of the everything that we need. The thing about the regular monsters in East 1 and 2, or at least this version of East 1 and 2, is that the various monsters are just basically the same thing but with higher stats as you move forward. East 1 and 2 Complete made some of them like shoot or something in East 2. But for now, combat with the various monsters is just generally the same, and that's kind of a thing in the early action RPGs. They only differ in appearance and stats. Now, all of these monsters have extensive descriptions in the East 1 manual. Yeah, the PC-88 manual for... Oh, hold on. Okay, this is why I don't normally buy the metal shield, because the silver shield is right here. The thing about the PC-88 manual for East 1, at least, is that it's one of those wonderful, old-style PC manuals that's big as anything. Like, the PC-88 manual for East 1 has, like, 34 pages of backstory, which is all stuff that was later worked into the East 1 OVA and East 1 and 2 Complete. Like, Adol shipwrecking at Barbado Port and all of that was added into East 1 and 2 Complete. Okay, we just deal with this guy. Okay, a healing potion. This restores our health to full, and if we open a box that has a healing potion already, it will automatically restore our health. In Dawn of East, you could choose whether to heal from it or just leave it in the box. Okay, we got a hint around here, which is that we should use the Mask of Eyes. Oh, and I forgot to equip the Silver Shield. I hope I don't forget to do that sort of thing later. That will be very embarrassing. Yeah, this area in the shrine has a couple of teleport maze things. Well, teleporters going on. And if you do not like teleport mazes, you should not play East 1. Because there is a dungeon that has 2 of them. And you have to go through one of them twice. No, wait, 3 times actually. And let's see. And here's the second key. We need 2 keys to get into the boss room here. And now we have both of them. We have the Silver Shield. Really, the last thing to do here is just take on the boss. And that should be this teleporter here. I don't know why I fought that guy. We'll just drop a save here. Yeah, any save in East 2 is concealed if you're playing through the East 1 part of the game. And vice versa. Okay, let's take on Nightilger. Still basically the same, and... And he just climbs back up on the wall. Okay, I knew that would happen when I went into that room. I just wanted to show up what happened when Nightilger beat you in this version, because he does just climb back up onto that wall and turn back into his statue in this version of the game. So, let's figure out a better way to deal with that guy. I headed back to Minea Town to do a couple of things. First off, sell the necklace to Pim. I don't know if he's telling the truth about that, but... it's all I can do, really. And now we will get the strongest sword we can buy in Ys 1. This game calls it the katana, but it's actually a talwar. The thing that's funny about that is that throughout the entire Ys series, Adol has never used a katana. He's used almost every other kind of sword, but never a katana. Katanas are for weird people like Sias and Tolfact. Like I keep on saying about equipment in this version of the game, it's not a gigantic offensive boost. Okay, we moved back to Zeptic so we could deliver the silver bell that we found. And we get some experience for doing that. Okay, the power ring doubles your damage, except against bosses. I found the shield ring more useful in this game, but the power ring much more useful in Dawn of Ys. So, now we can just speed through the shrine. Slowly speed through the shrine. Because with our new equipment and that level we gained from turning over the silver bells, Nightilgar probably isn't going to be a problem for us. Yeah, the enemies down here give some decent cash, so you can really just grind for the best equipment you can buy, even just down here. If you're patient, that is. But I have opted not to do that, I just do what I normally do. There's going to be plenty of time to grind in the Ys 2 part of this game, though not nearly as much as in the original version of Ys 2. Okay, Mask of Eyes here. By the way, it is possible to get a high enough defense to take no damage from enemies, but that's the kind of thing you only really see in the Ys 1 part of this game, because the enemy stats are low enough that you can actually accomplish something like that through leveling and equipment. Okay, now we save here. And here we go. Yeah, this is much better. You have to hit the very end of its tail in this version of the game. But this isn't looking great. I have played this game before. But seriously, this is an Ys game. The thing about Ys games, even nowadays, is that they're not very interested in sparing the player if you do things the wrong way. They have always been kinda rough and will continue to be so until the end of time. Anyway, we just beat Untitled. Another level for me. And the volume had all the first of the 6 books of Ys. So, now we just leave the shrine. There is an item that allows you to auto-exit dungeons if you really want to, or need to. However, in this version of the game at least, it costs 2,000 gold, so that's not happening. Nope, in this version of Ys 1, Adol's gonna get himself some exercise. Might as well grab some gold along the way. So, you may have looked at the timer, but there are some other things I want to get done before I move off. Basically everything that follows in the aftermath of finishing the first dungeon of the game. By the way, the upper floor of the shrine counts as being outside or in a safe area for Adol's regeneration. The thing about Adol's hit point regeneration when he's standing still is that, for the most part, Adol is photosynthetic. His regeneration only really kicks in when he's outside or, well, the sun is shining or whatever. So we found the Book of Ys, and we're going to be taking it back to Sarah. It's not a long walk, so I probably should have set the game to fast. Oh. Okay. Guess we need to talk to Rhea. Oh. The mine is... it has a reputation. Yeah, in this version, Sarah goes into hiding. but only in this version. In every other version of the game, Sarah is actually killed. And I know that she actually goes into hiding in this version because she is alive in Dawn of Ys. Dawn of Ys is a sequel to this version of Ys 1 and 2, not to any other version. Anyway, as we saw, what's different in the older versions of Ys 1 and 2 is that Rhea does have the Book of Tova, but she's not giving it up without the silver harmonica. In Ys 1 and 2 Complete, one of Sarah's friends just gives it to us. Oh. Huh. Trees are living creatures, you say? Who knew? Well, read us the book. Adal can't read the ancient language of Ys, so he has to have other people read it to him. For now, anyway. Okay, we already got this dialogue, and I can't really skip through it, unfortunately. Yeah, trees are alive, the hills are alive, with the sound of music, whatever. Okay. And nothing new here. Yeah, Fina's dialogue is somewhat more limited in this version of the game. Also, I think in all other versions of Ys 1 and 2, Fina is drawn as at least looking a bit older and more mature than she is in this version of the game. So we're going to save here. We're going to take a quick jaunt into the mine because I just want to grab one thing that'll make everything else I do in here easier. So yeah, we're going to have to deal with this sort of pinhole view around Adal for this entire dungeon. Just grab one quick thing that makes everything easier. We could have gotten this any time after we got the treasure box key, but I didn't want to do anything out of order. Okay, so we got the silver armor. And now we're just going to get out of here. Well, okay, maybe we're going to gain a level before we leave. That's my tip to anyone who's playing the Ys games from, like, Ys 1 through Ys Origin. When in doubt, just gain a level if you can. It might make a huge difference. And we're just going to find a safe place to save so we don't lose our save file. This is good. Okay, next time on Ys Book 1 and 2, we are going to take on the Rastin Mine. I will be seeing you then. Goodbye!